Hello everybody, I'm Ard, and after 100 videos and a little over a year doing this, can I even still call myself a new YouTuber? Well, I'm going to, because this still is a drop in the bucket compared to all the people who've been doing this much, much longer than I have. But I still have so much to learn. I like to think I'm improving, I like to think I'm getting better, I like to think I learn things almost every video going forward. But there's still so much to do and so much to learn. But first, let's take a quick look at my numbers for the year so far. And looking at this, you can see that I've roughly gotten about 7,000 views, which kind of sounds like a large number, but is actually tiny compared to like a lot of the top viewers who average, I don't know, 100 times that in the course of 2 hours after releasing a new video. So I'm excited because it's a big number for me, but it's not really. And about 500 hours of watch time, which is also decent for where I'm at. But while you can see the growth on the curve on this particular chart, this really doesn't tell you the whole picture. If we go to a monthly aggregated view of my actual views, you can see that there's been significant growth over the last year. And even this doesn't really show the full picture though, because what's really been happening is about every 3 months I'm actually fully into the YouTube snowball here, and I'm basically doubling my numbers. They started out really tiny to the point where I was originally just glad when I was getting like, I don't know, 1 to 2 views a day total, to now when I feel crushing defeat when I get 25 a day. Because now currently I'm averaging above 40, and it's been particularly high the last couple weeks for some reason. I'm finally getting some traction with the YouTube algorithm, I think. So at the rate of gain that I'm going, this is actually pretty good given how large the Minecraft audience is and how hard it is to penetrate it due to the number of people creating Minecraft videos. So I like to think this is a testament to the fact that I'm actually getting better and I'm actually making decent content. That unfortunately is decided by you all folks though, because what actually matters is what other people watching my videos thinks, because it doesn't matter if I think I'm doing good, it matters if other people do, and if that's creating new traffic elsewhere for me. And this kind of brings me to my next point. My video traffics have been kind of increasing in some weird ways. If you take a look at my top videos charts, you can see that I've actually had something surpass my first video for total number of views, and that's my advanced generators video. I have no idea why. All I know is the search engine's now pushing that near the top of the list if you search for advanced generators. I didn't think it was that good of a video, folks, but apparently a largest number of you did, because if you're watching this video now, it's pretty much a coin flip if that's where you initially came from. So thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed it enough to stick around, but I'm also showing 6 videos on this list because there's 2 about AE2 in it, because this is where I actually followed some of the standard actual YouTube advice to double down on content, because one of the videos in that list is not a video I had even intended to make initially. It was a direct reaction to seeing my numbers start to skyrocket after I made my first 2 AE2 videos in a row there. And when those numbers started going, the typical advice is, well, if you have a topic that's doing well, make more on that topic. Double, triple, quadruple dip. Keep going as much as you reasonably can. And so I tried to make content that wasn't padding and wasn't worthless, because as I discussed last time, I try to make content that's single topic and easily indexed for like SEO, search engine optimization purposes, so it can be found by people looking for it, and so that it's not muddled together with a bunch of other stuff. So I didn't keep going and make more and more on that topic, but it did push the numbers up in a really weird way. So maybe pay attention to like the standard advice people give in YouTube if you decide you ever want to make videos, because some of it is actually valid. It's not always just the blind leading the blind. So since the last time I did one of these videos back at the 50th video, we have actually gotten into the much harder back-end part of the Enigmatica mod pack, and I'm doing a whole bunch of things I've never ever done before. You know, like advanced rocketry, we went to the moon, we went to outer space, we went to other planets, and we sacked and pillaged them for resources. And we also started Draconic Evolution, which I've never really worked with before, and still mostly don't know, and I'm kind of terrified of. And that tailed into extended crafting, which is just nothing but raw terror for the sheer amount of work we have to do. And it's been a lot of work, and it's becoming an increasingly larger amount of work. These videos are taking more and more and more time to make. It's becoming kind of arduous because it starts becoming multiple hours of prep work in between these episodes. Now, not just the amount to be filmed, but just like basic scut work that has to be done. Things like my Singularity resource farm. It just takes a lot of work. There's all sorts of minor things like that just happen over time, or things that happen like in between segments in a video where I have to, I don't know, make a huge modular machine like that carpenter back there, and it ends up taking me like 2 or 3 hours to put together for, I don't know, what amounts to like a 30-second clip in the video. So this is becoming an increasingly problem, along with just basic life stuff just kicking me in the butt. There's just been all sorts of things going on. I've been sick recently. It's just been becoming a lot of work. Now, I fully intend to finish the Enigmatica series. That was the goal from the start, and I don't want to become one of the 15 billion YouTubers out there who started it and didn't finish it. Although most of the ones who didn't finish it stopped like 10, 15 episodes in and never looked back, and certainly didn't get right up to the end game and looked at it and blinked. I'm not seeing a problem with finishing it, but we do need to make some changes around here to lower my stress levels. The first of which is that I'm going to be ending the Art Build series. This actually succeeded in the process of helping make me a better builder. I started getting better at just color coordination and patterning and doing gradient shifts and texture shifts and just doing more custom things. The problem was this series was causing me an immense amount of stress. The act of having to stop what I was doing with Enigmatica, get out of my flow of working on that, and actually just go build something and have to be in the right mood to just be creative with the amount of time that I have to do these videos was not working for me at all. It was just killing my drive to continue on some days. So I'm going to be just not continuing with this for the time being, which is unfortunate because this was actually kind of fun to do when I was in the right mindset to do this. I fully intended to last out a year for this, and I just can't do it for now. So I'm going to be killing this series. That said, I'm going to be starting a new one that starts in a tiny little box underground like this. Because frankly, I need something that's a small series of easy wins at the start of a new mod pack. Is a much more easier experience than trying to just grind away 2 episodes of Enigmatica a week at the rate that I'm currently going. So I'm going to start alternating this one with Enigmatica and starting weaving them in and out, so to hopefully relieve some of the stress that I'm doing and hopefully gets, a little more diversity in my work. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that is. You're going to just have to keep watching to find that out though, however. That said, I am nearly done with Enigmatica. It's still probably going to be a ways out realistically, probably a couple months worth of videos, because I'm down to very few videos with any easy wins left. I think I have like maybe 4 actual easy ones left maybe, and then a whole bunch that are going to be all around trying to get a single sub-combine made. Things like the ultimate ingot, which requires one of most every other ingot. Some of this stuff which I don't have made yet, and it's though not having stuff made yet or not having stuff automated yet, that's going to just constantly cause me problems. So we're going to be working through those probably 1 or 2 per episode going forwards, and it's going to be a lot of work. But I will be happy to finally be done with this. This has been a good, long, strong journey, and it's been a very good experience learning just how to make videos and how to do this. I think I'm getting better, but I really need you guys to tell me how to do this, because you guys are the most important part of this whole process. You're the reason I'm doing this, to create entertainment for others. And as such, I appreciate every last person who watches my videos. And I super appreciate every last one of you who has written me a comment or sent me a mail and is otherwise engaged with my content. That means a lot to me, folks. It really, really does. So here's hoping that I continue seeing doubled growth for the next year and in the next 100 videos, and we'll see what new content lies before us. I still need to pick a much bigger pack to go on after I finish out Enigmatica 2, and the other small pack that I'm going to be starting up shortly. I could use some ideas. I kind of am leaning towards Enigmatica 6 Expert, but I've also heard it's not really set up quite like this pack. If anyone has any actual suggestions, I'm really open to them right now. So if you want something you want to see done, something complex, something bad, something that's not Greg Tech, hit me up. Anyhow, as always, I'm Ard. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.